Good day, everyone. I'm doing something a little bit fun today. I am going to be taking 2 Pokémon from a jar of Pokémon that I have written on pieces of paper at random, and I'm gonna mash them together. That's the premise. That's the whole video. I'm just gonna do 3 today and see how I get on. Yeah, should be really good fun. So hope you enjoy the video. So first 2 were Taurus and Psyduck, my fave. Firstly, I am going to open up Infinite Painter on my drawing tablet. For anybody that is interested, I'm using a Samsung drawing tablet. Let's have a look. What is it actually called? I'm sure it's got an official name on the back of it. I will find out and I will insert it here. I'm a bit of a klutz when it comes to technology, but I've had it for like 3 years now and it works really well for me. I really like how easy it is for me to do stuff for my business on this thing, especially like website stuff. So yeah, first of all, I'm going to find my source material. So I'm going to type in Tauros and Psyduck and get some images. I think it's probably the most easy, one of the easiest to use softwares. I have bought the whole like the whole version of it. I did function on just the free version for a while, which was really good, but I wanted all the features and I'd say it's definitely worth it. It has a few bugs here and there. A couple of times it's just closed down, which isn't great obviously, but most of the time it works just fine. So it took me a little while to kind of get used to the many functions and features of Infinite Painter. It's a little bit like Photoshop in the way that it works, and actually I've been learning to do that this year, so I found it really helpful that they're both quite similar pieces of software. It's been really handy for me to learn how to use both. Already looking pretty rad. I think we're gonna have like his sort of fluffy mane thing. God, he just looks like a Psyduck Viking. Psyduck cosplaying a Viking. Oh god, I've just created an abomination. They're really spindly little tails. Okay, on to the fun stuff now. Okay, so now that I'm pretty happy with the form, I think I'm going to go ahead and start painting in my Tauros duck in kind of similar-ish colours to the originals. I think I will go for Tauros's like main body colour rather than Psyduck's, because I feel like we clearly can tell it's Psyduck. I love the horns. I think I just love Vikings. Like one of my favourite films is How to Train Your Dragon. I was going to say one of my favourite kids films, but no, it's just my favourite films. Yeah, I love How to Train Your Dragon. I also really love the action remake. I would even say I think it might be better than the original. Be interesting to see if that's the case when they make the second and third one though. But it's whether I can go through all that emotion again. The music is so good in that as well. Gets me pumped. Okay, I'm liking his colour. He gets funnier, I feel, the more you colour him in. Here I'm just adding the final touches, which is like all the little shadows, which is my favourite part. As you can see, I'm probably like Still doing some of the rookie mistakes maybe. I do appreciate some feedback on this channel, so if you have any tips for me, I'm well open to hearing things like that, because I'm not a professional with digital drawing by any means. I'm sure the more I do it, the more I'll kind of get used to it, but I'm just doing this for fun, so hopefully you enjoy. Oh, yeah. Awesome. On to the next one. So, Glaceon and Pikachu. So now I'm on Pikachu and Glaceon. I think this one will be good. They've got some similar-ish features, but obviously they're very different colours. They are both quite cute. Obviously I'm going with Pikachu, the original, the tubster, the tubby one, because he's extra cute. I think I'm going to kind of merge their markings a little bit, so they've got kind of a little bit of each other's. Not sure what colour I'll settle on though. I couldn't kind of decide on the eye shape for these. I think eventually I just settle on Pikachu's eyes because they're the most endearing to me. But yeah, I think I'm happy with that design. I'm going to now set a new layer on top and make this one's opacity a little bit less. Okay, and I'm going to make the line slightly thinner. Okay, so I started to add in like the little features, and I kind of went back and forth on some of the sort of mashups that I did. I really like the basic shape of this Pokemon though. I think it turned out really good. When I got to colouring it, I found it most difficult to choose colours. I was going to actually mix that kind of turquoisey blue with the yellow and create an in-between colour, but it just didn't look right being kind of green. So instead I just went for the really contrasting colours, because I think if you look at Pokemon, quite a lot of the time they are just like 2 or 3 colours, and oftentimes they are you know, complementary colours or like contrasting colours, like, you know, opposite ends, and I think it turned out pretty good. Again, like my most enjoyable parts of this probably were the shading and sort of, I really think that gives it life and brings it together, turns it into a living Pokemon. I'm really bad at staying in the lines. I just prefer to kind of colour it quickly and then erase those parts because I'm a little lazy, but I'm sure other people do that. But yeah, so I went for this like really bright blue turquoise colour and the yellow, yeah, to create this interesting sort of between colour. But yeah, as you can see, I did try out green. I didn't like it. I didn't think it matched the vibe. So yeah, I ditched that. I think my favourite little thing about Pikachu is his little beady black eyes. It's so cute. In this one I actually used some other tools as well. So for most of these drawings I used a manga inker, which is one of the pencils that Infinite Painter provide, and then for these like little sort of side tendril things next to the Pikachu face, I added or I used a smudging tool, which is just like the smudge finger tool, and I think that was cool, kind of added a little bit of a different dimension to it. Yeah. yeah, here he is, Glakachu, or Teeny as I called him, but I would actually really like your input for names because I'm a bit rubbish at naming things. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. It looks super cute with the colours, I think, and the shadows, and I love his little mouth. He looks really excited to become enslaved in a Pokeball. Okay, next one. Okay, is coughing. I don't know if that's how you spell it. And Mew. Okay, here we go. For this last one, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I just have this feeling it's going to be my favourite. I don't know why. I was thinking about mainly what main features should be included, and I think Coffin's face would be the best of the faces, and maybe Mew's colour, but yeah, I kind of like this basic shape that I've drawn out. I like the fact that the skull and crossbones part is actually Mew's real head shape as well, and I just love the derpiness of Coffin's face. Yeah, I definitely thought about doing it purple, but then I thought it'd just be too many features. Too many features would be belonging to Coffin, and we want to make it like a nice balance. So yeah, and he turned out really rotund and quite cute. I think as well by this point I'd done 2 others and I was getting the hang of it. And yeah, definitely let me know if you like this as like potentially it could become a series. I really enjoyed it. It was just a bit of fun. So yeah, I like the idea that it's like Mew, which is a really powerful Pokemon, and it's just like super gassy and kind of gross. And then for these clouds, I just like the colour of them, like this kind of gross green gas, and I really enjoyed shading this one in particular as well. Being all pink, he looks more naked, I don't know why, but I went with some of the shadow colours that were in Mew already. So the good thing about the tablet and drawing from the tablet is you can get the exact colour using the colour picker or the colour drop tool, which I really like. And yeah, I just really love doing the shadows. I think it's probably the funnest part of it, as well as the invention of the Pokemon, obviously. It just brings it to life, you know, gives it the pizzazz. I went with blue eyes, just to kind of represent Mew a bit more. So yeah, we're nearing kind of the end stages, the final product. This is definitely my favourite out of all of them. I could see this being a legitimate Pokemon. But yeah, let me know what you think, which one's your favourite. Also, please help me in the naming of these Pokemon. I tried to give them like goofy names, but obviously like I've just kind of smashed together their Pokemon names. If you can think of a better name, please drop it in the comments, and also just like a little name for them, like other than their Pokemon name. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Bernie, I did for Cyros. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, please leave a comment if you'd like to see me do this again, or if you have any other ideas of what you'd like me to draw, because these are really nice, quick and easy videos to film, and legitimately will probably be the sorts of films I can make for you, or videos I can make for you. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. See ya. Bye.